Yeah, pardon my hair kind of sticking up. I have like these metal things that clip on to go around your hair. It's like I don't know what they're called, yo. And I just got my hair done. Spoiler alert for the new um album that's dropping shortly. The cover art has been dropped on Instagram. Hold on, y'all. One second. Oh yeah, so sorry
Are
y'all
you
for the
doing it
long ass
live?
pause. Yeah, I'm doing live.
Hi live.
My wife said hi live. So my wife did my hair. That's why my hair is done for the album cover. Um,
And you don't like it.
yep. I hope y'all like my hair.
No, you don't like it.
I do. Turn the light on. Thing. So, I know this has nothing to do with the title and what I'm talking about on in this video. It's just I just wanted to give y'all an announcement that the cover art is now finished for Rose Aura, the album that I'll be dropping on most major platforms. I don't want to say all because I'm not exactly sure right now. I'm already gonna start running thing because I can't actually reach. That's why I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to have to open the door. Um, so basically, I have a single that's dropping very soon. So I want y'all to tune in. I want y'all to get excited. I want y'all to get excited because the record will be coming soon. I'll have a single dropping soon with the cover art. So I did not post it on YouTube because I have not set up the release of the single, one of the singles, with the distributor yet. So I want to actually collect my royalties for the single. So if you guys stream the single, I want to actually collect money. Take out 50.
50 minutes.
Yeah. So I actually want to collect my royalties and actually get paid for it and everything like that. Plus, I'm going to be doing a pre-order. You know what I mean? So, there's that. So with that being said, I know I'm a little behind on my my favorite anime or whatever the case may be. Well, one of my favorite animes, One Piece. I'm behind. So a lot of these things I'm saying, some of you are further behind than me. So spoiler alert, and this is a spoiler for anybody because those of us who are more studied than others, more card that lets you earn points in the next round. Yeah, yours. I don't know what that is. Here, you said you're gonna be able to take it to the thing for him?
Yeah.
Alright. If I get a break, we'll take it together. If not, then you gotta take it. But make sure you bring the paperwork.
Which with me? Oh, with me?
Yeah, that shows, just in case of the issue. Yeah, so like I said, I don't want to really spoil it for everybody, but I'm excited because damn, hold on, y'all. Turn it. It's dangerous.
You got to what?
Yeah, it's in oh, water's delicious. Alright, y'all. So I'm actually like crazy excited about One Piece, even more than I've been since I started watching it. And I actually think Ichiro Oda might be in a little danger right now. Because of what One Piece, what I have hypothesized what One Piece really is about. And if it's true, we've got to protect Oda because he created a true masterpiece. And I've always had this theory because there was a theory that One Piece was loosely based off of the Bible and loosely based off of certain historical events. And it's been further confirmed for me because of the fact of God Usopp, the whole, concept of God Usopp. So if you noticed, Usopp, before I get into like the depiction of God Usopp, right? Usopp, anybody who watches One Piece knows for a fact that Usopp is pretty much depicted as a black man, right? He's a black man. He, it's evident, right? But the fact that they showed Usopp as when he got to the point where they stopped calling him Soji King, which is the Sage King, or Sniper King, and they started calling him God Usopp, was when they got to the Doflamingo arc, when they were on Dressrosa, right? When they were going against Doflamingo and his crew, right? And they were with the Tontatas, and Usopp got real injured, like really bad. He got fucked up pretty bad. So at that point, Usopp was like totally out of it, damn near unconscious. Like he was like damn near dead. And the giant that was present on Dressrosa during the tournament part of Dressrosa, he lifted Usopp up in a crucifix like position, and the light shined down on him. So they started calling him God Usopp, alluding to him. It was painting a parallel of Usopp and so-called Jesus Christ, right? It's a homage to the idea, which is a fact, that the person that Jesus Christ is based off of, which is Yeshua, is a black man. Number one. Number two, they're talking about 100-year missing history. And although I understand that there is likely to be more than 100 years missing of black history, there is at minimum 100 years missing. I believe there's more, but there's at least 100 years missing, which I can't remember which YouTuber put it up, but they had a theory that the 100-year, the Void Century, which is the 100-year missing history in One Piece, is based off of the missing history of Carthage from the Punic Wars, which is Hannibal Barca's war that he fought against Rome, and that the world government is actually a representation of Rome in One Piece. And the only reason that I came to understanding that I'm going to reveal to you guys, spoiler alert, is because I came up with a theory that Rome is still in power in the real world today. And spoiler alert, I'm going to make an in-depth video about that. Just right now, I'm kind of keeping it under wraps because I want to get my thoughts organized for that. I was super excited about the Dressrosa arc and what it did for me. A lot of people don't necessarily like Dressrosa. They were disappointed with it. However, they were disappointed because they don't understand the significance of Dressrosa to the actual story of One Piece, right? What I think that Oda is trying to put out to the world, because the Bible has been depicted as the greatest story ever told, and I think One Piece is about to be a close runner-up, if not a very nice replacement for those of us who are anime fans and also manga readers, right? So those of us who don't know about Hannibal, the only thing we know about Hannibal is that the movie about Hannibal Lecter. Well, Hannibal. Okay. Hannibal was a general for Carthage. He was now in some history books it says different places, but he was a general for Carthage, which is a place that has been lost to history, similar to Atlantis and other places. Carthage was effectively erased from the world, the real world, by Rome, because after the Punic Wars, Rome defeated Carthage and literally wiped them off the face of the earth. They basically killed everybody, all the civilians, except for approximately 50,000, which they sent into slavery, and basically burned everything. And the only records of Carthage's existence that survived are these stone tablets that have written text, which comes from a Semitic language, which shows Carthage is a Semitic civilization. Now, this is essentially hinted at in One Piece. And the crazy thing is, the people who wrote the poneglyphs allegedly had like wings and shit like that. They were special people, the Lunarians and all this other shit. It was like the ancient kingdom, right? That was erased. And the ancient kingdom that was erased in real life is Carthage, Okay? So, Carthage are the people of Carthage are descendants of the Phoenicians, which are also descendants of the Hebrews, the Israelites, and all of that stuff, the people of the Bible, right? Which makes them very important to history because it proves and validates the historical fact that of the Bible, right? Or the Torah, at least, right? Now, minus all of the superstitious and supernatural stuff that goes on in that book. And it shows the ingenuity of the people to write their history in stone, so it's very difficult to get rid of. It can be slightly altered, but it can never really be completely erased. Well, it could, but we've seen attempts at that with the Sphinx getting his nose shot off, many pharaohs getting their nose shot off by cannon fire, Nubian structures being vandalized with their noses being blown off. Basically most cultures that Europeans have tried to, well, let's say Romans, matter of fact, have tried to take credit for, they usually remove the nose because it's a clear indication of African descent, right? And it's easy to remove, so, but it hasn't completely erased history because there's a reason for that. Now, without me getting all spooky and spiritual, so I don't want to get into that. But what's important about Carthage, right, is that it might be, at least it's my hypothesis, that it's the missing link of Black history. And that in One Piece, they say that when they find the One Piece, that the One Piece may be the key to the world joining as one and being at peace and there being true freedom, right? And mind you, slavery is a very big theme in One Piece. It is also a major theme in real life, okay, today. And, there's a very important group of people today who's still suffering from the effects of slavery today, and that would be the so-called African Americans, Black people today. And slavery is also an important theme present within Carthage's history. I hope you guys understand where I'm getting, where I'm going with this, right? Hope you're grasping it. Because of One Piece, I was able to come up with a theory, which is crazy. A work of fiction which is loosely based off of fact, of non-fiction, of history, is loosely based off of history. Giving me the ability to actually find the missing history, or at least a lead me in the right direction to finding the missing history that we haven't been told about so-called Black people who are the descendants of slaves. It's my understanding, at least I'm theorizing, that the missing link is Carthage for Black history. We know that there was a high priestess that was found who shared some phenotypes with Africans. She's Black, essentially. She shared some features. Now, Carthage, and we know that Hannibal was a Black man. So it would be far-fetched to say that Carthage wasn't a Black place because he's a Carthaginian, right? He's from Carthage. And they're Semitic people, and we understand that the so-called Jewish people today are not Semitic. They are from Ashkenaz, which is German, and they come from Japhet. And the only way it can be Semitic is if you come from Noah's son, Shem, not Japhet. So they're Japhites or Japhites or whatever you want to call them, Japhetians or whatever. Not Shemites. And Ham is the forefather of all the dark races except for the Negroes, which is very important. Carthage is a Semitic people. The people of Carthage are Semitic people. And they're also the descendants of the Phoenicians, which are believed to be the descendants of the Canaanites. And who went into Canaan? The Israelites, and took over, or is my theory, didn't take over, but actually are the Canaanites, the Israelites. The Canaanites were the Israelites. They're black. And then they became the Phoenicians, and then they became the Carthaginians, right? And probably other things in between. And they lost the war with Rome. Rome is still in power today. And what makes Carthage very important is because Carthage, had they won the war, Hannibal would have changed history. We may not be looking at the world we are looking at today if Hannibal had defeated Rome in war. There would be no Rome today. Instead, we'd be in a very different world. Rome successfully took over the world. They ruled the world with an iron fist behind the scenes. And due to our loss, we were unable to preserve black history. Rome has successfully, pretty much almost indefinitely, made black people slaves with their victory in Carthage. They sent 50,000 approximate people to slavery and altered history, first by erasing history, because that's you. In order to successfully alter history, you have to basically first erase it and then put your own narrative, since the winners of war write history. And there are records that Israel actually went to war at some point with Rome. I think Israel is Carthage. I think the people that were known as Israelites are the Carthaginians. It's one and the same history. And essentially, that is us. We're the Carthaginians. That's the civilization. That is why we cannot claim any tribe in Africa or any civilization. That's why we're still sitting here fighting over Egypt or Kemet and all these places. It's because we do not have a civilization, because it has been erased. We do not have a history to fall back to because it has been wiped the fuck off the face of the earth. Maybe it is 11 o'clock. Love. Babe, it's 11 o'clock. I know, baby. Love you. You have your key so you get in the house? I'll put money on the cash up so you get home. Alright, sweet pea. You're welcome. Alright, talk to you later. I'll call you a little later, check on you. Okay? Alright, sweet. Also charge your phone up a little bit while we're on our way here. Love you. Yeah, man. Oh, my baby. Huh? Hopefully you're not in trouble. Why would you be in trouble? You had to be here at 11. What'd you do this time? Wash your face. Wash your face, get some espresso. There's really no way you should be tired. You slept early today. You slept multiple times today. Like, I don't understand how you could be so... Babe, you sleep when you get home from work. I don't know how you can be so tired. This is the result of that slavery has done to black people. It's made black people very fucking lazy. Because you have nothing to fall back to. You have nothing to hold pride in. Mind you, again, don't get it twisted. Black people ruled in Egypt, of course. And we'll never get credit for Israel because it's inhabited by by someone else right now. So is Egypt. But they can't lie about Egypt anymore because they left records to prove who they were. They didn't necessarily leave too many actual physical artifacts in Israel to prove the lineage of the Israelites. So it's easier to lie about who is the Israelites and say they were, what we would call so-called white today. And I think the reason for that is because I think and then a lot of people say that the state of Israel today was established, around the time of after Hitler was defeated. So when you consider that, that means Israel wasn't in that location, that it was actually in Carthage. That's my hypothesis. I'm gonna go further into another video. I'll holler at you guys another time because I gotta drive. Peace.